Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning in to today's video. I have kind of a double play for you guys today. I'm going to show you some things that I sold and are going out the door, and I'm also going to be showing you some things that I just bought at yard sales this morning. Didn't plan on going to so many yard sales, but I found one neighborhood that had 5. Got some good things, so I'm going to show you guys some things that are coming into the store as well. So hold on tight. This is going to be a fun one. The first item I want to tell you guys about that sold is this beautiful, let me try to see if I can show it to you without the lights hitting it too much. But this is an ink drawing, and I found this. It is on like a foam board, so it is wrapped in a plastic. Now this thing looks like it was tacked up by someone just directly onto the wall, just a cheap way I guess of displaying it rather than actually framing it. I did note that in the listing, and anyway, I found this at the Goodwill bins in St. Louis probably 3 years ago. I have had this thing listed forever. I got a best offer on it today and took it $15 plus $8.50 shipping. So what's exciting and what makes me passionate about selling something like this is that it's someone's artwork. How cool is that? The next item I'm going to tell you guys about I found at a private pick, and originally I didn't even anticipate listing this. If you go back to one of the private pick video, you'll see me talk about this, and I say in the video, I don't think I'm gonna list this because I think it's just like a painted enamel. This is a little Native American pendant, and originally, again, I thought that this was just like a painted enamel, and let me tell you how Google Lens made me $90. I searched this on Google Lens and found out this is not painted enamel. These are, each color is an individual stone, and the Native American tribe that makes these is called the Zuni tribe. This is a sterling silver Zuni tribe piece. I listed it high and I waited on offers. They made me an offer, like I think I was listed at $149. It was on sale at 10%, 7% off, something like that, in the 130s. They made me an offer in the 60s. I said 99. She said 79. I said, there is a crack in one of the stones. It was in the photos, but I also wanted to make sure the buyer had seen this. I said, I love this piece, but considering the crack in the one black stone, I will take 89 for it. And she said, is the stone secure? I said, absolutely. And she said, I will accept your very fair offer. So this is how Google Lens made me $90. If you're not using that app, you absolutely have to. Explain to you real quickly how Google Lens works. You just pull up your app there, and you can search by either photos that you already have. So if you're outsourcing and you want to know the value of something, you can take a picture of it there, or you can take a picture and look it up on Google Lens later when you get home. But you just search by picture, and Google pulls up all of the pictures that match what you took a picture of. I have used this on artwork. I have used this on glassware, used this on purses, all kinds of things. So that is how I made 90 bucks with Google Lens. The next item that I want to tell you about, let's see what it is. Okay, this is a set I just listed of 6 Sony VHSs. These are blank 6-hour tapes. This is a 6-pack of them. Sold for $18.51 plus $5 shipping. I have $1 into this, so, you know, to make 20 bucks on, you know, or close to $20, let's just say, on my investment is great. One thing to remember whenever you're mailing blank VHS or any type of blank media, they cannot go media mail. The buyer on this asked me to please ensure that it ships today so that they have a tracking number, because it's actually for a buyer of theirs, and I do not mind a drop shipper shopping my store whatsoever. That is, it blows my mind when resellers get upset at drop shippers, because guys, we do the same thing. We go buy stuff and sell it higher to someone else. And so when resellers get upset that drop shippers are buying your stuff and selling it higher to someone else, like, don't you hate it when the thrift store gets mad that you're a reseller? So I said, absolutely, I will have it shipped for you today. I will send you the tracking number, and I have more of these. If your client needs more blank VHS, come back and I am happy to sell them to you. I would love to sell them all my blank VHS. The next item that I have, I'm not going to get it out of the box or out of the bag. I will rather just show you the picture of it. It says, please ensure side zipper is not broken or cancel sale. The side zipper is not broken. So here is a J. Crew outlet patchwork tank top. And this sold for $9.30 and free shipping. Can you see that, that tank top there? This is a piece that I did a front and back photo using PhotoGrid, another great app for reselling, because the back was so beautiful on this. So kind of a baby doll style, which means that it flares out underneath underneath the bust here. And I just thought that this piece was beautiful. Didn't sell for very much, definitely very bread and butter. Had it listed at $10, but during my 7% off sale, which I know is weird, it brought it down to $9.30. The next piece that I sold was part of a lot of brand new in package or new with tags women's shapewear that I bought at a yard sale. Let's see, maybe it was the very early part in spring of this year. Again, they had fill a bag sale for $5, and this table had all kinds of like maiden form and flexies, control wear, if that makes sense. So this piece sold for $22.69. I mean, get that hair off of there before I show you this. I mean less than $1 into this. I mean maybe 75 cents or something into this. So it was also on sale, originally $24.40, 7% off, made it $22.69. Run some sales in your store and see how that works out for you. This next item is a vintage 1978 Texas Instruments vintage speak and spell learning device here, and I have noted that there is no battery door and I cannot get it to work, so I sold this 4 parts for $13.94 with free shipping. It was on sale and I made the buyer an offer, so I think I originally had it priced at like $14.99, but for $13.94 for a broken toy that I have $1 or less into is great for me. The next item is another piece of clothing, so in lieu again of taking it out of the bag, I will just show you. This is an American Eagle soft and sexy top. You're not going to get a ton of money out of American Eagle for the most part, but it's pretty good bread and butter, I suppose. This was given to me. I have nothing into it. I sold it for $13.94. It was originally listed at $14.99 with free shipping in my store, so it's just a pretty basic tank top. $13.94 free shipping. I will be able to ship that for like $3, so definitely well into the profit because it didn't cost me anything. This last little item that's on, actually I have two more items I'm going to show you back on eBay. One of them the buyer has not paid for yet, but I'm still going to show it to you guys. But look at this beautiful little doll. She was part of the doll buy that I had where I bought all of a lady in her 80s, her entire childhood collection of dolls. This doll is very small. She's a composite doll, which because her little foot is broken, I was able to see that. You see how she's like a wooden composite, kind of like an MDF board or something like that would be, but she is beautiful. This tiny little broken doll. Now, I bought the entire box of dolls from the 40s and 50s for $15. She sold for $10, $5 shipping. I did take a best offer, so it will not cost me $5 to ship that, so I should still profit around the $10 on that. That one did sell via promoted listing. And I'm waiting for payment on this item, actually on 2 items, but one of them I want to show you because I just listed it and it sold within 24 hours. Like, I bought it, listed it that day, and it sold immediately. This is a Longaberger. The reason that I know about Longaberger is from 2 awesome resellers. Obviously, always watching YouTube to try to learn about brands that I'm not aware of. And the first person I'd ever heard mention Longaberger was Kat the Nurse Flipper. She talked about their baskets a lot, and then whenever I heard Deena Thrifty Junker talking about them, I was like, okay, I need to learn about Longaberger. And Deena gave me an education about it. She has a great video over on her channel. I will link it below in the description, where she gives us the ins and outs of Longaberger. She used to be a collector and now she sells it in her store. So when I turned this over and I could see the Longaberger logo on it, I thought, oh, Deena says to pick that up. So this has candy corn on it, and it's why I picked it up. And it has these 2 little votives also with it. I need to not drop it since it's already sold. 2 of these and this little crock together. There is a plate that would have typically went with them that you could use like as a candle holder for a pillar candle, or you could use it as a lid for this. This did not have the plate with it. It probably came into the thrift store with the plate, but got separated at some point. This, I had $1 into the big piece, 50 cents into each votive, and they sold for $22 plus $8 shipping. So the buyer's all in at $30 on this $2 pickup. Very pleased with this. I am not afraid of shipping these breakable items because I know how to ship breakables in a very great way. I will link that video below in the description if you have not seen my video on shipping breakables and being positive that they will get to their destination. So I had a couple sales over on Poshmark. I better get that pulled up so I can tell you guys the amount on here. This first one sold for $8. I have $1 into this belt. Buyer pays shipping on Poshmark, no shipping discount. So it says I made $5.05 minus the dollar I paid for this. I made $4.05. But I'm okay with that because that's, you know, several times my money on an item that I didn't even have to take pictures of. This is basically Walmart's ripoff of Gucci. So it's a CC belt, just to give that style. It's not like a counterfeit item. It's just, I guess, kind of inspired by that. These are like $10 at Walmart, and so this buyer paid $8 plus $7.50 or whatever Poshmark charges for shipping now for this. I mean, these are literally on the shelf at Walmart. Don't be too afraid of retail arbitrage, even when it is just the random Walmart brand. So yeah, this is a size large women's belt, and my profit on it is $4. That is after my cost of goods and fees is removed. Again, I didn't even have to take pictures of that, so I'll take $4 for not having to do a whole lot any day. The next item that sold is a vintage t-shirt. It sold for $29 on Poshmark. The buyer paid the full cost of shipping, leaving me with $23.20. This t-shirt cost me $1, so I net $22.20 on it. And I'll just show you a picture so that I don't have to open it up. Here is a Valkyrie brand motorcycle t-shirt. There we are. I think it's going to focus. This is the front of the shirt. This is a single stitch shirt on a turn 1 tag. And again, it's a size extra large, and it just has this motorcycle on it. And let me think. Oh, okay, so the motorcycle's on the back, and on the front of the shirt, it says Valkyrie. Size does matter. So yeah, that shirt sold for, I mean, the buyer's all in over $30 once you count shipping on Poshmark. So those are a few things that are headed out the door. I have to get them boxed up real quick because, again, I promised that buyer that they would go out today on the VHS tapes, and anything I can do to make the buyers happy, I will certainly oblige. So I'm gonna get those boxed up, and then after I come back from the post office, I'll show you guys the things that I bought to start selling. I found some cool stuff, so just hang tight. Let's get this stuff shipped out. Okay, so clearly this is not later the same day. I know that's what I promised, but things got a little bit crazy after shipping. They get crazy around here, right? I think we had like soccer practice and stuff. This is a couple days later, and by popular request, I have asked Drew to join me in this video because we're gonna be talking about stuff that I bring into the house, and that's actually his favorite part of me reselling, is when I bring things into our house, right? No.
No, it's not.
There's so much stuff in the living room right now, and he is like had it up to here. So I was like, well, sit down and make this video, and then if you help me with it, we can get it done real quickly, and then I will carry all of this downstairs. You'll help me carry it though, right?
Yep.
He loves me like that. Okay. So show him what the first thing is. Don't get it too close to your beard. I can see this going tragically wrong. Okay, so I bought this Echo brand, E-C-K-O, a vintage egg beater. I thought about keeping this actually. How much do you think something like this is worth? I paid $1 for it.
Probably at least $2.
At least $2. He's not wrong, you guys. So doubling your money is always a good idea, but I've actually listed this closer to about $12 plus shipping. There weren't a whole lot sold. I picked it up because I thought I might keep it, and then the more I thought about it, I don't know that I will keep this, so it's listed for like 12 bucks plus shipping in my store. What's the next item? Oh, it's something else that I think I might keep. I have had some major fear of missing out on Halloween decor lately.
Keep.
You like this? It's pretty, right?
Yep.
Okay, so, oh, it does say made in China. This is vintage though, and it's, how much do you think something like this is worth? Vintage Halloween decor right now over on eBay. What do you think this?
$1,000.
$1,000, you guys, you heard it here first. It is not worth $1,000. This is worth probably around $30 plus shipping, and I just think it's adorable. Look at these little mice hanging out here, and in true thrift store fashion, they wrote the price on the bottom so you can see that I paid $3 for it. We had pumpkins like this, jack-o'-lanterns, that you could just put little votive candles in whenever I was a kid, and it reminds me of my childhood. Israel thinks it's adorable, so I think we're gonna keep it in the living room.
Yep.
And it's close enough to Halloween, we won't even have to carry that downstairs.
Of course, we'll keep it in the living room.
Okay, the next thing that we'll talk about, of course, we'll keep it in the loop. Okay, the next thing that I bought, actually went to a yard sale, believe it or not, and I saw some toys there. I saw that there were action figures, and I said, how much for the toys? She said the Fortnite characters are 50 cents and everything else is 25 cents. So there's a lot of them. Let's just show them a bunch of them here. My kids have looked through these and picked out a bunch of them that they want to keep. My oldest son wants the Marvels because these are like Marvel Legends action figures. These are really, really nice quality. I mean, they're like collector quality action figures. So several of these we don't necessarily need to keep, and so things like this will be for sale. The guy was 25 cents. I mean, I don't know how I could turn something like that down. And then there's this guy with the wings. Is this like Ant-Man or something? I mean, it has kind of ant-like wings. Comment below if you know who this particular superhero is. Drew says it's not Ant-Man. It is Marvel. So if you're unfamiliar with action figures, when you find them, always look on the bottoms of their feet because you will at least be able to see who the manufacturer is. It'll say like DC or Marvel, or in the case of these little Fortnite guys, it says Epic Games. Now, these I'm surprised weren't worth really a ton on eBay, but I'm happy to hear that they're not worth a ton because my youngest son wants all the Fortnite characters. My oldest son took like, how many would you say, like 8 of the Marvel characters? I got an entire bag, probably close to 30 action figures. Just hold them all up here. I mean, there's a ton, you guys. And I got some accessories that I'm dropping on the floor. Look at Wolverine. This is probably my favorite one. But just to show you how really, really good quality these action figures are. Yeah, so I think it's called Marvel Legends. Look at the detail. So even if you got around $10 a piece, I paid $10 for the entire bag of these action figures. And yeah, I think I could net really handsomely if I didn't have 2 kids that wanted their share of them. But all of these, they weren't even actually $10. It was $9.50. And then some guns that my youngest son has almost already broken that are Fortnite. So a lot of these. And then I think there's a boogie bomb in here somewhere and other hair pieces and all kinds of stuff. And then while I was at the thrift store this week, I found another action figure. I wasn't sure exactly what it was, and he came in a bag with another guy. I'm just gonna show you this one because would you be surprised to hear that my youngest son has grabbed these action figures also. So this one, you said you remember this cartoon? So how old do you think you were whenever gargoyles was a thing?
Maybe around 10.
Okay, so they're very, very old is what we're getting at. I'm older than him, so I can't even say that. But anyway, that's all for the action figures. Just know I got an entire grocery bag of them for $9.50. So yes, there are some personal pickups in here, things that unfortunately are staying in our home, but more stuff that is going out. So let's see something else that's headed out the door. Okay, these 2 clocks. Now, I could definitely lot these up and sell them together. This one has a little bit of damage on the side. I've seen the Big Ben clocks, like the one Drew is holding, but this one is called a Baby Ben. And these are adorable. How much do you think these are worth? I've sold these before. This one I'm listing at $17.99 plus shipping, and that one's being listed for $34.99 with free shipping. So these little clocks are worth more than what you think. The big ones you can get every bit of around $30. I'm pricing things currently in my eBay a little bit higher than normal because I've been running sales on items. So I'm definitely trying to price those up higher. That way, whenever the sale price kicks in, I'm closer to where I would have been normally. All right, and so that my handsome husband can feel like a king, I bought these glasses for us to keep. Look at this. Look at this glass. Do you feel like a king just holding it?
No.
Okay, maybe not. So this is a beautiful crystal glass, and I showed you guys on my Instagram the other day how to tell the difference in crystal and glass. And one of the easiest ways, well, I'm gonna show you 2 ways actually. When you hold it to the light, it probably won't do it here on camera, but you can almost see like a rainbow iridescent effect. And then when it's just sitting somewhere flat, crystal sings. And if this were just glass, it would have kind of a dead sound. compared with the sound that crystal makes whenever you ping on it. So we got a set of 4 of these from a yard sale, and she sold them to me for $3. I do collect silver and crystal and wood in the china corner cabinet that we have in our dining room, and I just think these are beautiful. So this will be something I don't mind if we use it for everyday use at all, but I just love the way crystal looks in that lighted cabinet, so I'm kind of a sucker for it. Okay, so tell me how many of you guys had one of these. I had one of these when I was a kid, and I'll be honest with you, the box fooled me a little bit. It looks very vintage and retro, and I kind of thought that this was the original one from when I was a kid, but the more I researched it, this is actually from 2006. This thing is not in brand new condition, but it is very slightly used. The package inside, I'm not even sure if it's been opened or not, but it doesn't have any of the original goo to actually create the creepy crawlers with. If you're unfamiliar, this is like the boyiest version of an easy bake oven, but I had one of these when I was a kid, so it's not boys only. Anyway, this plate right here, you can just squirt the goo in there, and you're making like these gummy creations. You put it in the oven here, and let me show you on the back. Now, this particular item was $2 at the thrift store. So if I'm trying to, I'm always trying to do like 10 times my money. How much do you think something like this is worth in this condition with the original box but used?
Hopefully 20.
Hopefully 20. I'm actually listing this at $59.99 plus shipping. If you have them in new condition, one just like this exact same from 2006 actually just sold for $129. So yeah, I'm hoping to get half of that for mine in very good use condition in the box. We are coming up on quarter 4. Do you know what quarter 4 is? You're not a reseller.
The last quarter of the year.
Okay, I guess you don't have to be a you don't have to be a reseller. You just don't have to be stupid to know what quarter 4 is. Good job, honey. So Q4 or quarter 4, you have to stock up on toys. Get them new in box if possible, but if they're vintage toys and you can get them in the original box, that's definitely a good giftable condition. So be looking for used good condition toys or new in box toys. What else do we have?
Tape.
Okay, so I'm always telling you guys to pick up blank media, and in the beginning part of this video, I actually showed you some blank VHS that sold. The tape is my co-host now. This is just a blank little cassette. I probably won't list this right away. Don't worry, we're not keeping it. But I will probably just hold on to it and list it with others, because I think something like this, the amount of work that goes into listing it and shipping it would be better to lot it up with other similar items. So when I get a stash of like 5 of these, I'll lot them up together. Okay, so these items, go ahead and grab the other 3 that are over there. Tell me, what do you think these are? Did I already tell you what these are?
Some type of tape.
Some type of a tape. Let me show you guys inside what this looks like. Did you already see this?
Nope.
Okay, so when you find these, and I understand that most resellers don't find these, I asked you guys over on my Instagram if you ever find these, and I'm gonna be honest with you, even in the very old school vintage community that I live in, this is my first time finding them. But we actually have one of these players. We have a device that plays these. These are reel-to-reel tapes or reel-to-reel records, depending on, I guess you could use both of those as keywords. But these are the ones that I bought, I don't think are necessarily super valuable. You could probably get $20 for the best one, which is a lot better than some media forms. But let me tell you guys, the reason that I want to show you these reel-to-reel is if you see these little boxes, you have to look at the titles. I saw some, including like Bruce Springsteen, selling for $900. Led Zeppelin, like the big names, if you find those on reel-to-reel, they are hundreds of dollars. I paid 50 cents a piece for these, so I feel like that is definitely a bolo that you need to be aware of. These, you're gonna find them with the 8 tracks and really old school media. So definitely go over in your thrift stores, look for reel-to-reel boxes. This is probably what, like an 8x8 box or something. And this one is sealed. I don't think that's gonna make it super valuable because it's Viennese waltzes. But you would be surprised how many of these things, like the exotic guitars, Indian guitar music, this is the one I think that was worth like $20. So yeah, definitely check out reel-to-reel tapes and records. Okay, so we have this beautiful fossil purse. I asked the lady how much the purses were, and she said oh, this does have the key. She said it depends on the size, and then I asked her about this one. She said, oh, that's $1. So I'm actually listing this purse. I think I drafted it like $49. If you list fossil bags, try to see if they have the key and get a picture of that also. That's kind of like a little fossil trademark. This purse is in very good condition. I feel like this is definitely beautiful. So yeah, paid $1. We'll try to sell it in the 40s. Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna sell
Sewing patterns?
I know I said I wasn't gonna sell any more of these, right?
Because the other ones didn't sell.
Yeah, sewing patterns, they do sell. They're just really slow sellers. But you know, when you can pick something up for a quarter and even sell it for $7.99, that's a really good flip. I mean, it's bread and butter, honey.
Yeah.
Bread and butter.
That butter's pretty melted after a year.
Moldy bread and butter, whatever, it's still bread and butter. So these two are for Tammy and Jan dolls, and I think I listed these. I paid 25 cents a piece, so $1 for all of them. And give me your best guess at a listing price for these two.
$7.
Hoping to get around $15 for the two of these. And then these are for Skipper and Barbie. Look at this, how beautiful. I won't keep these, I promise, but what do you think is the value on these? How did I list these?
7.
Lucky number 7, he's bound to hit something. I listed these at $19.99. So I am trying not to do free shipping on anything anymore because I'm running sales in my store right now. So when you run a sale, it's also going to discount the shipping price that you built into your item. And I'm making a lot of offers. And when you make offers on an item and the shipping is built in, you're having to discount that shipping as well. So if I have the shipping completely separate, I don't have to consider that whenever the item goes on sale and whenever I'm making offers or a buyer makes an offer on an item. So I'll do an entire video about the pros and cons of free shipping. If you guys would like to see that, you know, just comment below and let me know. And because I feel like I've definitely explored both options on eBay, but as of right now, I'm not super interested in free shipping. Okay, here's our next item. Go ahead and put it on. The super dirty cowboy hat. Put that on your head.
Look how big that is.
You just say
Like
it's
a giant tater head. Mr. Tater Head.
It probably fits my head then. If it's like tater head on, oh my gosh, it's a little big, but it pretty well, shut up. So this hat is Justin brand. I was kind of surprised to see that. If you see what looks like it could just be a cheap straw cowboy hat, I paid $2 for this. And much like Stetson, they have an X program. You can see in there that it says 20X. And I saw 10X hats going for pretty good money, so I decided to take a risk on this 20X. It has this beautiful leather hat band around it. If you can see that, that is branded Justin. What do you think I listed this hat at?
$100.
No, I think I'm at like $49 on it. So I will consider that, you know, 25 times my money. If I can get close to that, then I will be happy. And when you do sell vintage cowboy hats or fedoras, I have a video about how to ship those to ensure that you're not messing up the brim and you're not messing up, what's the top part of the hat? The crown? Is that what it's called? And you're not messing up the crown. So that's important because who wants a flat crown, right?
Flat crown.
Not me, I don't. Something in your eyeball. Okay, what's the next item that we have? I feel like you're like Vanna White. He is so beautiful. Merry Christmas, Santa. Okay, so back it up a little bit so they can see it in all of its like 23-inch tall glory. What year, first of all, judging by all the clues that you have here, look at his beautiful face. What year do you think this is from? You just read it. You read it on the back of it. It actually has the year on the item. And what is the brand? Carolina, what is it called? Carolina
Enterprises.
Carolina Enterprises.
1978.
1973.
73.
Okay.
You only thought that new.
It's from 1973. And I'm going to be honest with you, Santa's face is like a little bit creepy.
His eyes are a little crooked.
Yeah, his eyes are...
Looks like he's from Tennessee.
You're from Tennessee. You shouldn't say that. You just insulted
Alabama.
all of our. Oh no. Reseller friends in Bama would really get upset. John, he wasn't talking about you. Okay, he just looks a little weird. We'll go back to Tennessee. Since you're from there, I feel like you can say that.
Missouri.
Santa has seen better days, and he's missing his light, but I paid $2 for him.
He's from the 70s.
So, yeah, he's a little old. He's missing the light. I noted that in the listing, and then but he still has like the original tags here, and then the brand is here. He's missing a little bit of paint. That's something to talk about. But if you're new to picking these up, just these hollow plastic Halloween and Christmas and just any type of holiday, really, outdoor lighted decor, these are called blow molds. And there is an entire culture that is like obsessed with collecting these. If you can get them small like this is 23 inches tall. It's not going to take that much to ship it. But then the bigger ones, obviously, you're going to probably, I would use FedEx as an option. They're going to be a little difficult to damage in shipping unless you just don't secure it and you don't use a strong enough box. The box were to get crushed or something. Other than that, like, these things are built to last. This is from 1973 and only has paint damage. I'm going to list this guy at $49.99, which is a little high priced, but we're not yet at Christmas time. So the comps that are current are like $39.99. They do include the light. And then also, as I spoke about before, I want to ensure that I'm listing high enough that my sales are not going to dilute my price so much that there's no profit in me running a sale. I want to run sales now through the end of fourth quarter, but I want to hang on to my profits as well. What's the next thing that we have? This is beautiful. I found this at a yard sale. I knew you were here for some reason. I mean, your witty commentary is good, but your Vanna Whitiness is great. This guy. Are you gonna turn around and do this one with us? Okay, so I was at this woman's yard sale and I saw this beautiful wooden embroidery hoop, and I said, what is that considered? What is that called? Because it's not needlepoint and it's not like quilting. She said it's applique, and I said that is the word, because to be honest with you, I didn't want to leave there without a good keyword. And then she said something about making it, and I said, you made that? And so I was able to ask the seller another keyword question. I said, what year do you think you made that? I think she totally thought I just wanted to know the story. And I did, because I knew her and I thought it was cool that she made it. But then she was able to tell me she made it in the 80s, which it looks 80s, right?
I was thinking older.
You were thinking older? I did find one that was 70s, but she dated it according to when she married her husband, and because she was like, okay, well, we got married in such and such, and I was at this house, so I think she knows for sure when it was. But yeah, 80s on this item. I think that it's really, really beautiful, and I used granny core as a keyword for this. I know that is more fashion, but I feel like it could definitely work for home decor also. Someone's gonna find this and fall in love with it. I could see this selling on Poshmark, so I will definitely cross post it over there, and I'm probably gonna post it for around $30. She sold it to me for $1, so I thought, man, to be getting rid of your artwork for $1, that's pretty good. What else do we have? Okay, so 2 vintage bandanas. Go ahead and open that one up. This one is really beautiful, and it is orange and brown, which is not a color scheme that I see a whole lot. When I was comping this out, I found Aztec bandanas. You can typically get around $10 a piece for vintage bandanas, and you can pick them up for 25, 50 cents. There's a tag in one of those corners. Well, it's like a print on it. Here is something to look for whenever you're looking for vintage bandanas. You can see this says fast color, 100% cotton, and that RN number 13960, that is a good indicator that it's made in the USA as well. So this one I think I actually put up for $14.99. Would you pay $14.99 for this? I mean, you could wear it as like a do-rag or something, or...
It's not my style.
This one I'm a little confused about though. Okay, so I picked this up because I thought, look at that beautiful like tan beige color, but I couldn't find anything that told me the year or said made in America or anything. But I thought for 25 cents, I'll figure it out later. Maybe I'll just lot it up with some other things. But then something interesting happened. Last night while I was drafting this, I held it up to the light, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you guys very well or not. Maybe we can light this up from behind. Okay, this actually is working when we're lighting it up from behind. So when I held it up to the light, you were able to see that it is Paris, made in the USA with the same RN number. So when I held it up though, I also found all these other little details in the pattern, and it leads me to believe, obviously this is faded. Do you think this was originally red and is that faded? Do you think this was orange? I mean, I'm obviously gonna list it as beige or tan, but I think I'm gonna put in the listing that I think this was faded from an original color. And then I will showcase it on my light so that they can see all of the detail work that has faded on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Maybe. Like, it's hard to say if this was originally red and faded just that much. I'll give you guys another look at it and maybe tell me what you think. I wish you could see it in person because I know on the camera you're probably just like, Rachel, that's just a beigey, you know, it's kind of like the whole, what color is the dress, blue or white? Because there's so many variances in your, like, the color scheme that you guys are seeing on your computers or on your phone. But trust me, I think that it might have originally been red. That one's going to be listed somewhere between $10 and $14. I won't ask you to try this on, but show them this piece. It's
good because I'm not.
So the day that the thrift store opened up after being shut down for 2 full weeks, I was not able to go in there until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This had stayed there all day long I ended up paying $5 for this Lily Pulitzer jacket. This is a women's size small, full zip with pockets, Lily Pulitzer. If you ever see these patterns, I want to give you guys an up close view of this real quickly. If you ever see these bright colorful patterns, they are almost identical on every piece to just like the untrained eye. If you're just, I mean, I think those are koi fish. I just noticed, you think those are fish? Those are koi fish. Okay, I just found another keyword. These are beautiful though. And how much do you think I'm gonna list this for? You just looked at me like you didn't think it was beautiful.
I don't think you're gonna list it, but okay.
Ah, he's... It does fit and it's beautiful and I've tried it on, and who knows, I may end up wearing it a couple times before it sells, but I am gonna list it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'm listing it at like $59, again putting on sales and taking a best offer on this item. Do not pass up Lily Pulitzer, especially those style of patterns. He says that because I bought a dress and made the mistake of trying it on, but you think that dress is pretty on me, right? So I kept it because he liked it on me so well. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness gracious. So she said, I think that she might have painted this gold. I don't know if this was always gold. And there is a church in the background. I actually thought of my friend Alicia whenever once I got this home, and there was another one there that I kind of wish that maybe I'd picked up. It wasn't this cool, I promise, Alicia, if you're looking at it. But anyway, I thought of her because she likes these old country scenes, and this one has a church as well. I'll give you guys a closer look at it. But I think that this is actually going to be a part of a project that I'm doing on some private label vintage items. So that one will eventually be for sale, but just not yet. Okay, stop it. Okay, that's pretty much everything. So you guys saw some things that I sold and some things that I bought, because that is just like the circle of life of a reseller. Constantly, things do leave this house. You're just like, you're at work whenever I'm taking out bags and bags of stuff to the post office. But I promise you, things leave this house. Whatever. You guys back me up in the comments if your spouse is the same way and just kind of rolls their eyes and you have to tell them like it was free inventory or something, or just take your inventory immediately downstairs so that he never sees it. That does not happen. I'm just saying if someone was to do that. But so since Drew has joined us today, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, I have a joke.
Okay. What's your joke?
Why couldn't the dinosaur cross the road?
I don't.
Because he did.
Oh my gosh. Israel, come here. Daddy has a joke for you. Okay, our youngest son just joined but didn't hear the joke. Daddy has a joke for you.
What?
Why couldn't the dinosaur cross the road?
Because it was stupid.
No, because he was dead.
Dinosaurs aren't alive anymore, Israel.
Yes, they are.
Okay, did you like Daddy's joke?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me a kiss. Hey, can you look at them and tell them bye? Say thank you so much for watching. No, you're gonna be shy. So much for watching, guys. God bless you. I so appreciate you watching to the end. If you did watch to the end, will you leave a heart? Because this picture's so full of love right now. If my oldest wasn't in the shower, I'd have him join us too. Where's Della? Was he still taking a shower?
Yeah.
Ah, dang. All right. But thank you guys for watching. God bless you. And remember, say it with me. Treat your business like your business. Is that dishonest?
What?
I'll just edit that out. Okay.